Hello, my darlings. It's I, your host, Madam Tilly, and here my good friend Ty Donis.
How are you again, Miss Tilly?
Sensational.
Glad to hear
Yeah.
it.
And tonight we are looking at Capcom.
Woo!
Yeah, we thought we were nearly done here with these game trailers, but they decided to throw their hat in the ring. Like I was joking about this like 2 weeks ago or something. Yeah,
You were,
I
you
said
were, and
Capcom exactly.
you were, and I'm mad that you predicted it. But I mean, unlike some other corporations, Ubisoft, uh, Capcom is pretty much, as far as I know, has kind of kept their nose clean.
Uh, yeah.
Unless
I
I'm
also
missing
have yeah.
something.
Now I think we came off recording the wholesome games direct, and I think unless we get sassy for next year, we might skip it next year because that one was Long Movie was one of our worst ones in my opinion because the thing is that all the games were good,
Yeah,
but it was
they're all
literally
good. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them were good. It was just there's only so much you're going to be able to do with being the main tag being cozy.
yeah, it's like it was literally 70 games that were all the same fucking game.
More or
You know,
less.
like yeah, this is a good looking cozy game. Hey, like animal people. Okay, we're managing this community, or or we're helping animals in a cafe, or this and that, or we're exploring our feelings. It was literally having the same reaction 70 times in a row.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean, I
man,
still say our Ubisoft one was the worst one, but that's just me.
yeah. Now, like I said, so we might just skip the wholesome direct out of respect. I might try bring Sassy in it because she gets like freaking cray cray over cozy games.
I mean, we might have to
So,
bring her into it next year.
yeah. Other than that, we might just skip the wholesome direct. But we'll promote it at least.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
and Ubisoft, it's like I kind of want to just skip them too next year. Although we could go into it like, can it be any worse than last year?
I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll look at it behind the scenes and we're like, okay, if this is, I mean, we won't watch any of the trailers. We'll just look at the list, and if they all look kind of, it's the same premise that we've come to know out of these titles, then we'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, no, we can't do it. We're gonna fall asleep.
Okay. Anyways,
But
Capcom.
let's see what Capcom has in store for us.
Let's.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Hi.
Capcom
Hi.
Next Summer 2024. Today, we'll be giving updates on 3 titles. Dead Rising
That's it?
is back from the dead with a deluxe remaster. Check out this and other games from Capcom this summer. But first, we'd like to tell you about this title.
Oh, we watched this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Arena Souls-like. And I hate using Souls-like as a... But,
It's like it's like Souls like Dynasty words. What I'm getting.
yeah, that was a good way to describe it.
That's just a Kami co-op. Okay, that's a pretty good reason. Oh, it's just
Yeah.
why'd you kill Okami? Murder her! You fucking bastards!
Well, hold
That was
on.
a good doggo.
Well, hold on. Let him cook.
To celebrate the demo version, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess will have a collaboration with the 2006 action-adventure hit Okami.
Or you could give it a
Collaboration
sequel,
costumes for the main character, So, and the maiden Yoshiro. There will be collaboration weapons, and we have collaboration music in the game as well. In order to celebrate the Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess demo, we're having a special festival.
Oh.
One of the themes of Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess is working with others to achieve a goal. If enough players work together and try the demo version, we will include the Okami collaboration items as a free title update on release day for everyone who purchases a copy of the game.
That was
Yeah.
a marketing tactic.
For details, please see our website and social media accounts.
What was that, Tilly?
Final. So that's a good marketing.
Kunitsugami Path
Oh, yeah.
of the Goddess is available for pre-order. The Mazo talismans for So and a mini art book are included as pre-order bonuses. Check out the demo version, available today.
Everything except Nintendo.
Yep. Oh, it's really
Next
probably
up,
can't
a
handle it.
new look for some fan favorites. Want the inside scoop on the recently revealed Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster? We've put together an exclusive top-secret program full of undead mayhem. Join us as we sit down with key development team members from each title to unearth the secrets of Dead Rising and the new look for Resident Evil 7. First, take a look at the trailer.
It's a very accurate zombie game.
Yeah.
Somebody, you mentioned something about research for a story. Frank West.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
Frank motherfucking West.
What? Did you just say zombies?
Take a look out there. Those ain't zombies. What would you call them?
Voters?
Quick, move! Get over here!
I wouldn't be able to save that dog.
Yeah, it's not the fantastic.
I did too! What? Coming out September.
What you just witnessed is the newly released trailer for Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. You may be thinking, that looks like a full-on remake. We had the same thought, so we spoke with 3 key staff to get to the bottom of this deluxe remaster. We began our investigation with director Ryosuke Murai. Well, actually, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to call this game a remake, considering the work we put into it. Before we could even ask a question, Murai was giving us the inside scoop about the game. The first thing you'll notice is the improved graphics.
Yeah.
The new specs allow the game to run at 4K 60 FPS.
That's
We've
true.
also made quite a few
You gotta have a good
quality
story.
of life improvements, like the ability to move while aiming, as well as other adjustments to make controlling Frank more intuitive. Thanks to popular demand, we've added an autosave feature and fine-tuned the user interface.
That's right.
The game will be fully voiced in 9 languages, with text in 14, giving more players around the world a chance to enjoy characters' dialogue.
Hell yeah.
We've also made some improvements to NPC behavior that we hope will make surviving the zombie apocalypse with all the colorful characters that much more enjoyable.
Yeah, that was my big bitch about the game, is like the AI
That
could
sounds like
not
a
survive on
complete
their
overhaul. It makes me wonder
like
if
you
the
have to
game's
spam
main
that
concept
cat.
is
Hey,
still
come here,
intact. If you've played the original, rest assured that its core remains unchanged in this deluxe remaster. We did our best to respect the direction of the original game. We kept the fundamental gameplay the same while improving upon the user experience. With this, we believe that both veterans and newcomers alike will be able to enjoy a fresh experience. Our goal was to ensure that today's players would experience the same shock players felt when the original game was released. We believe we accomplished this goal with Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. We hope that everyone will give it a try. Unable to get any definitive answers out of director Murai, we gave art director Satoshi Takamatsu the 3rd degree. It turns out he had ambitions of his own for this project. Because the original came out 18 years ago, there were many limitations during development.
That's 18 years.
Thanks
God.
to nearly 2 decades of technological advancements, we were able to accomplish a lot that couldn't be done back then.
I do like his look, though.
For example,
Yeah, where he's
Resident
got that
Evil,
more grayed
Capcom's
hair and
other
everything, the
zombie
more grizzled
franchise,
look.
focused
Yeah,
on
it kinda reminds me of a
quality
particular
over
actor.
quantity.
I think that was sadly
Dead
the
Rising
basis of
took a
them.
different approach. The goal was to pack as many zombies as possible into that huge shopping mall. This meant each individual zombie wasn't as polished as we would have liked. However, this time around, we were able to
Oh,
focus
that's gross
on quality
looking.
as well. As the art director, I couldn't be more pleased that we were able to apply high-end modeling and production to both the main character Frank and all of the NPCs. Of course, another critical aspect of Dead Rising that we have to address is the shopping mall setting. In the original game, the Willamette Parkview Mall is made up of several areas, like Entrance Plaza and Paradise Plaza, each with its own
Yeah.
unique characteristics.
It's actually kind of
We've
intimidating
taken
a little
these
bit.
designs and evolved them even further by adding real-time lighting and shadow effects, so that each location takes on a different appearance, depending on the time of day. That's how much detail we've put into this project.
I mean, graphics and everything are nice, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I want to know how it handles.
For
how the
character
controls work.
animations, we tried to limit unnecessary changes and use the original data as much as possible, especially during action scenes. We could have made them more realistic with today's tools. But we wanted to preserve the unique and comical movements that made
That's
the
good.
original Dead Rising so special.
当時のアニメーションが一番ベストだと思っておりましたので、今回はそういう風な形をとっております。
Takamatsu was finally giving us the info we were looking for. However, we couldn't stop there. We had to know why this is called a deluxe remaster. To do that, we tracked down the game's producer and managed to get his account.
このデッドライジング
I think Dead Rising is a unique game with extremely
that
tight
information
game
out, it'll go
design,
broke.
even by today's standards. However, we also knew the original game was released 18 years ago, and that improvements were needed to reach a modern audience. That's why we focused on improving playability, in addition to overhauling the
It's
graphics.
kind of crazy that this game is
This
almost
game
graduating high
truly
school.
deserves the title
I know,
of
right?
Deluxe Remaster. Its unique game design allows it to stand apart from other zombie games. It feels fresh even today. Morimoto took a moment to compose himself before divulging something terrifying.
I fought it.
Here at Capcom, we're no strangers to zombies,
Right.
but this game takes it to another level. With a wry smile on his face, Morimoto took out his phone and showed it to us. And there it was, Resident Evil 7, in a form we never imagined. Capcom is thrilled to bring its third Resident Evil title to the iPhone 15 Pro and other Apple devices. The game has been optimized greater than ever before to ensure the best possible RE experience. As with Resident Evil Village and RE4, using a controller like the DualSense, or a mobile controller that attaches directly to the phone, allows for a surprisingly comfortable gameplay experience. That being said, when playing on a mobile device without a controller, we felt the standard virtual controller just didn't cut it. So the development team took it upon themselves to optimize the touch controls for Resident Evil 7 on iOS. One of the biggest challenges we faced was implementing the auto fire feature. You can enable this setting so that your weapon fires automatically when aiming at an enemy, making it much easier to play without the use of
That would be
peripherals.
a bitch about it.
Yeah.
The early Resident Evil games also had auto-aiming. Despite the differences in specs, Morimoto wasn't willing to compromise on usability. With Apple's help, he was able to take on new challenges that prioritized the immersive experience. The menu, options, and inventory are now all touchscreen compatible, allowing for a more intuitive experience. The first part of the game is free to play. Resident Evil 7 is guaranteed to be frightful fun. If you have a compatible device, we highly recommend checking it out to see what you think. Since its release in
same here.
2017,
I refuse to
Resident
use
Evil
Apple
7
product.
has sold 13 million copies. Now it's available in a new form on Apple devices. Up next, a confession from Koshi Nakanishi, the director behind the classic. Resident Evil was, well, if I'm being honest, as a brand, we were off track. And legendary director Yoshinori Kawano discloses the secret origin of Dead Rising. I feel like Dead Rising is the classic zombie game. In the second half of the program, we'll learn previously untold stories about how the games were developed.
I didn't know wrestle.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster will have an emergency digital launch for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam on September 19th. The Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered Digital Deluxe Edition will include additional costumes and mall background music, and will be available with the regular version on September 19th.
Remember one of the first games with DLC?
Yeah.
Dead Rising fans shouldn't miss the Dead Rising Original Pack, included as a pre-order bonus. Pre-orders are available starting today.
Welcome to the family, son.
Who names her daughter Rhodey?
How did Capcom's two major zombie games, Dead Rising and Resident Evil 7, come to be made in the first place? We interviewed the directors of both
Because zombie
titles to
games are
learn more
cool?
about the games. First, we have Koshi Nakanishi, the distinguished director of Resident Evil 7. Follow along as he shares previously undisclosed information about the game's origin. When we first started development, Resident Evil was... well, if I'm being honest, as a brand, we were off track. The action element had been expanded, and fans reacted much more negatively than expected. In the end, an RE game has to be scary. So we took another look at it. And the general consensus from fans of the series was that a Resident Evil game is one that should scare the hell out of you. That was the starting point for Resident Evil 7. I played Resident Evil from the beginning, and those early games were terrifying. I was excited to try and make Resident Evil 7 into a game that would live up to the RE name. The fear-inducing Resident Evil that Nakanishi was after had a major impact upon its release. But the course that he chose was far from the path of least resistance. In order to make a fear-focused Resident Evil, many elements of the game had to be re-evaluated from scratch. Like the setting, characters, the game system. Anything that didn't induce fear had to change, and sometimes we threw the whole thing out. And in order to make it scarier, we decided to go with a first-person point of view. Up to that point, RE had been third-person perspective with the character on the screen. But when you're viewing the world from a safe distance behind a character, it's not as immersive and frightening. First person forces you to be up close and personal. And that's exactly what we were trying to accomplish. How did Kawano perceive the target audience for this game? We weren't sure whether to target a casual or core audience. However, we trusted management's concepts and made what we thought would be fun. Kawano had a range of experience directing Mega Man Legends and Breath of Fire, and he was confident in this new genre. We wanted to put the main character somewhere that was overrun with zombies. Most games might ordinarily make their main character a cop or a soldier, a badass, decked out in gear, ready for the situation. But we thought going in that direction would dilute the madness and unpredictability of the zombie outbreak.
Make it an average Joe, man. That'd be terrifying.
So we made him a journalist. We focused the story on him being trapped in a place full of zombies, trying to escape, and rescuing survivors along the way, so that they can all make it out together. Kawano faced challenges during development. It's clear, though, that he still has the same passion for the game. In terms of the narrative, there's a zombie outbreak. We wanted the player to encounter people trying to escape and others who have become a bit unhinged, making them feel like they're trapped in the outbreak. On the development team, we all felt like it was a fun game, but others who saw the game were kind of taken aback. Some even asked whether it was okay to make a game that was so violent.
Yes, it is.
For a second, we started to doubt ourselves. Such an innovative project was bound to grapple with internal friction. But Kawano had a trump card to play: fan expectations.
You want to hear a little fun fact, though?
What's that?
Because this whole, Morales thing. So, in the Mega Man Legends trilogy, there's the Misadventures of Tron Bonne, which is kind of like the hard-to-find one, at least back in the day.
Yeah.
Because you kind of play as the villain, and in that game you do commit many crimes.
Yep, I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah. But a lot of it is done using like the little server bots, which are the Capcom like little Lego men. Or
Yeah, the little Tron bots. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the game was like not allowed in a lot of stores because they're like you commit all these crimes as cute characters and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then eventually a little game called Grand Theft Auto 3 came out.
Yeah.
And it made it good and cool to be the freaking criminal as the main character.
Yep.
Yeah. So, if Tron had come out a few years later, you know. Oh man.
It wouldn't have caught so much flack.
Yeah.
We previewed it at a game show and got mobbed. Players loved that you could use a parasol to kill zombies or put buckets on their heads. That's when I knew we'd done it. I still can't say whether it was targeting core or casual players, but everyone loves zombies and being able to mess around with them in so many ways.
Did you just
I
say
thought
cordial?
people in Japan and abroad would all like the game. However, RE4, a game without zombies, was released the year before. Was Dead Rising trying to dethrone the RE franchise? I think that makes Dead Rising one of the classics. Also, I think anything with zombies needs a sense of humor.
Yeah.
A zombie outbreak is a disaster, but I think you need to laugh too. If there are laughs, you can have some tears as well. Resident Evil, on the other hand, is cooler. The main characters are very cool. Kawano's continued passion for the game was evident from his intensity. Shinji Mikami made the Resident Evil games, so of course they have a sense of humor. Giant dolls appear and walk around. But I think we really filled Dead Rising with a ton of ridiculous stuff. If you're looking for a clear answer to that question, in the context of this program, I think it's fair to say that Dead Rising is the classic zombie game. A lot of people played the game when it first came out, but it wasn't the easiest to play.
No, it wasn't.
Now that it's been made a little more accessible, I'm excited for those who didn't play or couldn't finish to have another chance. Each of the directors had different experiences, but we'd like to salute both for their innovative contributions. And finally, we managed to draw out an intriguing bit of information from director Nakanishi. We'll let him have the final comment. We're making a new Resident Evil. It was really difficult to figure out what to do after 7. But I found it. And to be honest, it feels substantial. I can't share any details just yet, but I hope you're excited for the day I can.
For now, I gotta go find my eyebrows.
Here's a quick roundup of the games we introduced today that will be launching soon.
Yeah.
Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess launches on July 19th, 2024. Try out the demo today. Next, we have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which will be available for iPhone, iPad, and Mac. You can play the opening section for free. And finally, 18 years after the original release, we have the original Zombie Paradise action game, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. This is more than your average remaster. This is a deluxe remaster, and we hope you're excited. Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, and Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster are available for pre-order. That's all we have.
Okay, so
I mean, not bad.
not bad. It's really just like okay, like here's our 3 games.
Yeah.
Well, at least they gave at least it's better than Ubisoft still. Oh lordy.
That is not a hard bar to cross.
Yeah. I'm kind of hyped. Let's see. I guess we could already set on phones. Number one gamer. And I kind of don't have the time to be.
Yeah, no.
But man, good for them.
Yeah, good
And,
Capcom. I hope these titles are a success.
yeah.
I hope their new one. I especially hope their new one is met with great success.
Yeah. Dead Rising. You know, I'm kind of excited for it. But like,
I mean, Dead
looks like
Rising.
it didn't address.
It's got a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, hell,
Um,
I still know people who play the original today.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it was a great co-op game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hit.
It's
I
like
I think the reason why it was so popular, kind of like what they said, it's because it's just pure silliness.
yeah.
Like you're able to get away with a lot of shit in that game.
It helped me get over my zombie phobia. And
Yeah,
I'm not sure I told you the story, but I know I told a lot.
you told me you had a crippling phobia of zombies, and you told me that you forced yourself to play this, and I was like, yeah, that's exposure therapy. It works.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the first Resident Evil scared me so bad I didn't play anything like horror for like 10 years.
I believe it. I mean,
And-
the original Resident Evil was, pants-wettingly terrifying.
Yeah. And like unless there was someone in the room, I could not play it. By myself.
Yeah.
And so cause I remember too, like right when the game starts too, just the first cut scene when you're flying in a helicopter and you're looking down at the zombie-filled city. I'm like, yeah. But it helped.
And
That's for sure.
now you love zombie games.
Yeah, for the most part. And now the 2 things they didn't address. Glad they addressed the AI, the companion AI.
Yeah, that was a major gripe from everybody I talked to. They're like, this AI is dumb.
Yeah, like at repetition, so to make them work, but still.
Yeah.
And
I did like how they are able, how they said you're able to move around and aim now instead of being stationary.
yeah, I don't even remember that part. I think because guns were just so fleeting.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, like once you learn the shortcuts and these potions, you can actually memorize the game pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently there's multiple chances to save certain people. Because I remember after a couple some repetition, they'll save everyone within the first couple hours. I'm like, hey, where's that one cultist boss or something I really like?
Yeah.
Apparently he didn't show up because I got saved all the people that he normally holds hostage. So, um,
Speed run, let's go.
right. Two things they didn't address. One, did they make any quality life improvements to that fucking bomb level?
I think that's one of those things you'll have to play it to find out.
Oh dear lordy. Yeah, because I think we all have a game where like, oh, I'd replay it except for that one part. Yeah.
Mine is, and I love this game to death, and I will always praise this game to the heavens. Is Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
But two things I hated the most: the water and the Shadow Temple.
Mm.
Like I played through it probably probably it was when I had a 3DS and I got the Ocarina of Time on that, and I was plowing through all the dungeons and everything. I got to a water temple and I'm like, nope, strategy guide. How the hell do I beat this thing? Because I can't remember it.
Yep. Okay. Then the other thing too that I hope they address was that are they gonna do anything like with the time limit shit?
With the what?
Um, the whole time limit stuff.
Oh yeah, there were time limits on some of the things, weren't there?
Yeah, it's like I want to explore, but this freaking deadline's gonna give me a heart attack.
Right.
You know.
I think the bad thing is I think that might be still in the game because I think that was like a core mechanic.
Right. I don't know. They could. They don't have to be on a clicker to see like you do X amount of tasks or something like that, or they make it a little more linear. Like you got to complete all these missions just whatever order you want.
Yeah.
But just don't be like, oh, you missed that one. They're dead. Don't you can't even do it. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh. But
I mean, Capcom had a decent thing.
yeah. Good showing, Capcom. Good showing.
Yeah, good on you, Capcom.
Yep. Alrighty. Let's time have more of a showcase throwing if like at least like there are 5 trailers. Can you this time? Yeah. Uh.
Next time that'll
Anyway,
be Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
I stopped skinning Okami. Literally, they made skins out of Okami. Uh,
I think you're reading too much into it.
guess moving on.
Yep.
All right, Dowds. We'll catch you in the next one. See you soon.
Take care, everybody.